Hi friends, welcome to my channel, DollarTree Creations. Please sit back and enjoy the video. This time we'll be using a pizza pan to create a beautiful wreath for indoor or outdoor. First I use some of this chiffon cream chalk paint from Rust-Oleum, and I made sure that I gave this 2 coats of paint. This paint is pretty thick, so it was easy to cover it up. It looked pretty good with the first layer I did, but I wanted it to be a little bit thicker, and I was going for kind of a streaky crackle finish and for it to look like wood kind of. So I went ahead and dried it with my heat gun and did both coats on both the front and the back of the pan. Guys, the heat gun is a game changer. It's just so much easier, and it's actually fun to watch the paint dry before your eyes. So I enjoy that part, and it cuts down on the time that you have to wait. And it being metal, the metal also heated up, which makes sure that the paint dried up more evenly. Then I'm using some of these roll of burlap from the Dollar Tree. These came out this year. I really like them. I got several rolls, and I have a lot of plans with it. I went ahead and I layer it up in order to create a little pouch where I will be putting some flowers. Make sure that you seal it in the back like this. Make sure that there isn't any open spaces to make sure that your stems for the flowers do not go through the bottom of your arrangement when we're ready to place that down. Just guys, please learn from my mistake. For this part, use some finger coverings because I burned myself so bad. I was so mad, but I was just lazy, to be quite honest, to get up and get the finger protectors from the Dollar Tree. They sell some hot pink finger protectors that should be used for this to avoid getting your fingers burned. There you go, burning myself. I went ahead and I cut all the excess off in order for this to be flush. And here we go. Here you can see how it comes out. Then I'm gonna add another ribbon from the Dollar Tree. This piece, I forgot to show you the spool that it came on, but it pretty much Dollar Tree has it all the time, so it should be easy to find. I went ahead and I put it right in the middle where the 2 other pieces of burlap meet to create a piece that has a little bit more interest and also cover up that seam. Covered it in a way that I wanted the glue to not go through, but at the same time have enough to keep that piece in place. This piece really, I think we should try to use it maybe during spring. I'm not sure how the hot glue in the pan will hold up on outside in a door. So I think it will be best to use this indoors, and just make sure that all your pieces are covered correctly. Just make sure that the string there is straight before you go ahead and glue that. And please be careful, you're burning yourself. I just placed a little bit also on this sides there to make sure that that was laying straight and it wasn't sticking up, or that it was completely together with the other piece of burlap to make it one piece. Now it's time to get some greenery, and there I got these from the Dollar Tree. I wanted something that will hang down, and this was the perfect option that I could find in my stash. ahead and took the stems off, but I cut them from I tried first taking the little pieces off, but the plastic was not bending or anything, so it was sticking up instead of down, and I wanted something that will be drooping down from this piece. So instead of taking them individually out like that, I decided to take them off with the metal there, what do you call it, the stem, the wire stem, and then I will be able to bend it down in order for it to look down. Here I was just making sure the placement, I bend them down and prevent make it like a little hook. I was thinking of using those pink flowers first, then I changed my mind. I'm like, no, I didn't like how it looked together. So I ended up using these flowers, these hydrangeas. They are like a guava color, melon color. They're pretty cute, and I like how the cream complemented this color as well. I took the stems off with the plastic, and here I am making sure that I have enough and at the proper placement and everything, and seeing if I like the look. And yes, I do like it. So now I'm going to go ahead and try to put them more permanently so they don't move. I'm gonna be bringing in my hot glue to place it down on the stems so it will stick and stay inside the burlap. Making sure that everything is spaced where I want it, and going ahead and tacking it down with some hot glue. With the flowers, it was a little bit harder to do that, so I create a spiral in the bottom of each stem to have a little bit more surface area where I could add some more hot glue, and it will stay a little bit better than if I just put it on the straight stem. My little flowers kept falling off for some reason. I had to go ahead and take off the little piece in the top that I had and replace them. Just be very careful when you're using these flowers. They are a little bit delicate. And this is what I ended up with. I just went ahead and fluffed it up, make sure that I was happy with the way it looked. And we are going to be working on creating a hanger next. I wasn't sure if I wanted to use the burlap as a hanger, so I was looking to see how it looked that way. Then I'm like, you know what, it's too thick. I didn't feel like cutting it because then it will start fraying. So I'm like, you know what, it will be cute using the same as I have here as another piece. So I went ahead and ended up using the polka dotted, what do you call it? Oh my God, guys. The polka dotted ribbon instead as a hanger. I took a small piece of the polka dotted ribbon and I crisscrossed it in a way to make a little loop and stuck it together. And then went ahead and added some more hot glue and stuck it in the back in the middle where I wanted the hook to be. This is going to serve as the place where you can hang it. There you can see the loop, how I did it. It's almost like a cancer loop, or breast cancer ribbon loop kind of thing. So I went ahead and I made sure that everything was glued there. There I finally got up and got my finger protector because my finger was really tired of getting burned. So in order to get this to be a little bit more secure, I placed another piece of burlap on top of it to give it a little bit more security that the hanger will stay in place. So here I'm like, we're missing something, we are missing something, a bow. So I went ahead and got some more of that ribbon and we are gonna create a bow. So what I did to make this bow was I just kept crisscrossing them back and forth at different levels, creating loops. I left a tail first and then created a loop, and I'm going ahead again and creating another loop. Once on the other side, I'm going to loop it around again, just creating different layers to it. I ended up with 3 loops on each side, and then the final loop, I made sure that it went in the opposite direction of where the other tail was in order to form the second tail there. I'm sorry this is a little bit out of frame. I did not realize it at the time, but I hope you're able to see the gist of it. Pretty much is just looping it from one side to the other until you get a beautiful bow. Then I cinch it there in the middle, and I take a piece of jute twine and I go ahead and tie it in the middle once I'm happy with it. And here you go, this is where it was. And now it will be time to go ahead and tie it. I used the jute from the DollarTree, and I just took a piece off. Guys, it was a little bit harder to hold it like this. If you can get one of those DollarTree pins, it's like they're like hot pink as well, and make that hold your ribbon while you work with your jute cord. And then I went ahead and cut a little piece and I cut it there, tied it up in the middle, just cinch it tightly, and make sure that all your ribbons are the way you want them before that. And since this was a what do you call it? Oh my god, guys. Oh my god, I lost my words here. Wire ribbon, guys. This is wire ribbon. And make sure you fluff it up and that your loops are the way you like them, and round and not so flat. So I went ahead and took my big bow and stuck it right there where my hanger is to make it seem like all one piece. And I think this really completed the look. I'm still wondering though if I should have added a button or something to the middle of that bow, or just a piece of the same bow to complete it better. I'm still going back and forth in my head. I'm not sure if I want a button, but I think I would have liked something right there in the middle of the bow to just make it more complete. Thinking maybe another flower, or I also have some ladybugs or some bumblebees. I think I might try the bumblebee there, but I'm still debating, guys. I went ahead and also dovetailed the ends there. So how the way you dovetail it, you cut it in half and then you cut the ribbon upwards in an angle. And there we go, we are done. I'm gonna just go ahead and attach it with some hot glue. If you plan on using this Wreath outdoors, guys, I will suggest that you use E6000 and hot glue, so that way if your hot glue heats up in the heat, your E6000 will make sure that your project is in place and secure if you plan on using this outdoors. Here I fluff. I was contemplating my job. I really liked it. It was so cute, guys. It doesn't do it justice on camera. This project is really nice. It might be my favorite right now. So I went ahead and I'm showing you there my pretty wreath. And I'm not sure this one is going to be going to sell or if it's going to stay home with me. I really like it. And guys, I also forgot to let you know, seal your paint with some clear chalk protectant and you will be good to go. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great day.